All of us small business owners want that really engaged audience online that's really excited about the message that we have, that's excited about buying our products and services. And look, you may be telling me, no, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be a celebrity. But deep down inside, if you really care about your product and service and you care about helping the most people possible, then you know one of the ways to do that is to build an audience online that are just full of raving fans about what you have to say and what it is that you do. We can tell that this is an amazing way to grow a business because when we look at celebrities, influencers, and just really successful, well-known business owners, this is how they promote all of their products. But they're not just making TV ads and radio ads and then putting them online. There's a really unique way that they have done this. And in this video, I'm going to break that down. So that way you can build an engaged audience full of raving fans that is excited about your message and about the products and services you have to offer them. So the first thing is we want to have an engaged audience because we want people excited about working with us. We want people to be reaching out to us excited about trying out our products and services, about making an investment into who we are and into who they can be in their future. Growing a small business is hard enough already when you have to do cold outbound methods to really generate leads, and then you have to trudge through all of those leads and contacts and try to convert those leads and contacts into sales and customers for your business. Now, this doesn't mean that that can't work, and this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing cold outbound methods to generate leads, but there is another way, and I would even argue that there is a better way, especially for small business owners. If you've done any kind of marketing or content creation, you know it takes so much work and it takes so much effort and energy to start creating content online. Now, this obviously gets easier over time, and you build systems and habits and processes for your content creation, for your marketing, as you continue to develop that and as you continue to hire and you just figure out what works well for your audience and your business. We all know that it takes a lot of time, effort, and energy to create content that people are actually going to pay attention to online, especially if you've done any kind of marketing in your current business or a business you've had previously. And so when we put content out there, we really want and hope that that content resonates and actually means something and brings value to our current audience online. Now, this doesn't mean that every piece of content that we put out is going to be viral, obviously, but we do hope that we are able to educate and bring value to, and even in some instances, entertain our audience and just keep them engaged with our brand and keep them paying attention to us. So when they have a need for our product or service, we are the first company, the first option, the first solution that they think about. And let me just talk to our pride and egos a little bit. We all really want people to just engage with our content. It feels so good when we work so hard to put content pieces together and our audience responds well to it. They like it, they comment on it, they share it around with friends.
I like it. I like it.
That not only makes us feel good and makes us feel valuable, but it also helps our businesses grow. It helps us get more exposure to more people. It helps us get more sales. It helps us expand our brand and just increase the amount of people that are hearing and seeing our message. And so there's a few problems that are keeping you from creating this audience of raving fans that are just excited about what you're doing and what you have to say. When you don't have a specific audience that you're creating content for, your content strategy just tends to be all over the place. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be talking about different topics and different subjects that may or may not be relevant to who your audience is. They may not find interest in it. And so if you deliver an experience through your content marketing and your content strategy that is just not aligned with any one person's beliefs or values, then you're really just not going to gain their interest and they're not going to pay attention to you. Now, this doesn't mean that every piece of content you have to put out resonates with every single person in your audience, but you should have a main core and main focus of who you're writing to, so that way you can have all of your content pieces in alignment and supporting one overall message that you really stand by. Another problem is that you just simply don't understand the interest of your audience. You don't know what makes them tick. You don't know what their hobbies are. Really, you should be paying attention to the interests, not just the needs, but the interests and the habits that your audience has that you're writing content for. You should be making content that appeals to them on a variety of levels. people are not uniform in our interests and beliefs. We do not go onto social media and just look for a specific solution to a specific problem. We are looking for entertainment, really. Most people, when they go onto social media, they're bored, they're wasting time. If they do go onto social media to look for some kind of solution, usually they're looking for referrals or they're looking to ask a community of people to make a recommendation. And so when you're thinking about creating content online, you really want to have a strategy where you're covering, again, different values, beliefs, but also interests. And you're talking about different topics that your audience is naturally going to be interested in and want to pay attention to. So this is your permission to go ahead and not just make content about your specific product or service, but make content about what you're interested in, what your hobbies are, and integrate that into why those things matter in your business principally, and hold the interest of your audience. For example, one of my interests is traveling. Another one of my interests is going to the gym, working out, and being fit. Now, those things may seem really far off from marketing and sales consulting information. However, I integrate that into my marketing strategy by showing, hey, if you get your marketing and your sales strategy down and you get a team built and you can get some growth in your business that's automated and not tied directly to your efforts, then you can have the time in your life to do these other things that you want. Regardless of if you want to travel, regardless of if you want to go to the gym. Now, most of my audience does enjoy going to the gym. They do enjoy traveling. But if you are not interested in those things, that's okay. I'm highlighting other areas of interest in my life and highlighting other areas of interest in my audience's life and integrating that with my business message of saying, hey, I can help you achieve the things that you want in life. And here's just an example of how I do it in my life. So when you don't know who your audience is and you're not tuned into what their interests are, what they like, then your content is really just going to end up being generic. It's going to be bland, and no one is really going to pay attention to it, and it's not going to be really effective.
I don't like that.
And your marketing content is crucial for creating and establishing your audiences that are going to feed your sales systems. See, when it comes to growing a small business, you can't just do cold outbound methods of growth. You also have to have a long-term content strategy to educate and warm up your audience. So when you don't have your content strategy down, your marketing is not going to be effective in bringing new people to your business and educating people that are already in your atmosphere, that you're already touching, and making sure that you're eventually going to convert them into new customers for your business. So how do we do this? How do we start building an audience of engaged, raving fans that are really excited about our message and they're excited about what we do as far as a product or service and helping them solve their needs and become better versions of themselves and live better lives? The first thing that you can do is you can really focus on you as the audience. Now, what does this mean? Well, if you're like most small business owners, you probably created a solution out of a need that you had for yourself. And maybe you didn't find the right kind of service or the right product, or maybe you didn't get the right customer service with the product or service that you originally went to solve that problem, or maybe you figured out a better way to create that product or service and you wanted to take that and you wanted to offer it to other people because you thought, hey, if I had this problem and this product or service was good for me and better than anything else out on the market, then there's probably other people that could benefit from having this product or service as well, delivered in this way. So when you create this audience of you, it means that you're going to be creating content for you, for your interests, your beliefs, your values, and the things that you care about most. This is going to help you dial in your content very specifically to the values and the beliefs that you have, and it's going to help attract other people that have the same values and beliefs that you have as well. This is not only going to help you build an audience of people that resonate with your message, they're excited about your message, they believe in your message, but it's also going to help you attract the customers that you really want to help. The next thing that you can do is go ahead and write content for people that do not know who you are. They're not following you. They have no idea what your message is. They have no idea what your beliefs, your value systems are. They just really don't even know that you exist. You want to create content for those people. Your followers will still resonate and they'll still follow and engage with that content, but you're going to create it so that way the person that's coming in for the first time seeing your profile, that they're seeing your ad, they're seeing your YouTube video, that message is going to resonate with them. It's going to much quicker attract them to be tuned in to what your message is because you're creating it for them. What does this really look like? When you're looking at solving problems, you have different levels of awareness. And so once you've already solved a problem that you had, your level of awareness of how to solve that problem is different from before you solve that problem and you were trying to figure it out. And so the reason why you want to write content, you want to create content for people that have no idea who you are is because they probably don't have the level of awareness that your existing customers do about your belief systems, about what your product or service can do, and ultimately how they can experience the same thing. And so when you broaden up your content a little bit and you make it more appealing to a mass number of people, one, you're only going to grow your audience more on the front end. And two, you're also going to be writing in a more top of the funnel level than someone who's already been engaging with your content and they already have a really basic understanding and premise of who you are, what your product or service is. You really want to write this content for people that have no idea and write it in a way that they can understand it as soon as they see it, because this is also going to resonate with the people that are following you.
Got it. Got it.
The simpler you can explain things, the simpler your content is, the more people will understand it, the more people will pay attention, and the more people will want to consume it.
I'm glad you're enjoying the video. If you need help with hiring, training, or managing your VAs, make sure you click the link in the description below to check out our free VA hiring workshop. If you need one-on-one help with me, click the link to schedule an appointment to see how I can help.
The last thing you can do is, as you start making this content, you want to double down on what's working. And so this can be in a simple form as far as like, hey, we had this one reel go really viral. Let's go ahead, alter it a little bit, and let's run it again in a couple of months. It can also just be topical. It can say, hey, most of our audience really resonates with these topics. They really like when we use these phrases. They really like when we talk about these value systems. They really like when we talk with these points of views. And so you want to start analyzing the content that you're making and how your audience responds to it. This is going to tell you exactly what you need to focus on, the content that you need to create more of, and the content that you probably want to create less of. Even though it might be something that's super important to you, you should still create that content. You just might not highlight it as much, or you might reformat it and you might put it in a different part of your business, a different part of your content marketing strategy. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is that we are marketing to people, and people's interests change. People's lives change. Their mindsets change over time. Things they were interested in before, they may not be as interested in now. Things that really spoke to them and stood out to them before may not catch their attention as much anymore. And so your content strategy is going to need to evolve a bit as you go and market your company and create your content. Now, this doesn't mean you need to stray away from your core message, but you might start expanding on other topics. You might start expanding on other solutions, different points of views. You're going to be changing. You're going to have different levels of awareness. And so you're going to be able to talk from different points of views around your belief system and your product or service values and benefits to your audience. And this is really what I'm focused on doing with my business. We have our YouTube channel to create content that is there to educate our audience, warm them up, and give them the information they need. Anything that you would pay me for consulting wise is going to be available, if it's not already, for free in my YouTube channel. The only reason that you should pay me for any kind of consulting is if you want personalized, you want quick, and you want simple solutions to the problems that you have, and you don't want to spend time filtering through content. We have the Instagram channel, we have the LinkedIn, and we have the Facebook page where we put more kind of entertaining content, where we have top level interest-based content. So we're saying, hey, look, if you like travel, if you like going to the gym, if you like motivational videos, these are things that business owners are typically interested in. And so this is how we're creating a diverse marketing strategy that's going to be reaching people based on different interests. If I just made business content on sales and marketing and hiring remote worker strategies, I may miss someone who is in the moment looking for travel content. They want inspiration because they're planning a trip. Or maybe they are wanting motivation because they're feeling a little bit down in their business. So we create these different types of content to speak to our core audience that still resonate with my belief system, that resonate with who I am and who my audience is and who we're trying to help, and get them paying attention to us, get them connected with us, so that way then when they're ready, they can consume the content I have for them on business, how they can grow their business, how they can create freedom, and then they can get back to enjoying those interests that they have in their life. So if you want to build an engaged audience that is absolutely in love with what you do, they're raving fans, they comment on your content, they share your content, they like your content, and it actually brings them value, they're actually interested in it, it retains their attention, then go ahead and implement these 3 tips, and you'll see that your audience online will not only grow, but it will become lively, it'll be fun, and you'll start having people reach out to you and asking you questions and say, hey, can you help me? I've seen your stuff, I love what you have to say, and I just need your help. Hey guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you got some value out of that, make sure you go ahead and let me know by leaving a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, and comments down in the comments section. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. We release 3 videos a week, 1 on sales, 1 on marketing, and 1 on VAs. And of course, if you want to check out some of our services or products, check out the links in the description, as well as you can find information on one-on-one coaching and consulting with me, where we can dive into the specific strategies and solutions that you need in order to take your business from 6 figures to 7 figures, or low 7 figures to more 7 figures.